North, broadcasting live from the north, from the 715, from the north.
Alright, hey guys, what's up? Slate Digital released the FG-Stress a couple of days ago, and I had a chance to play around with it a little bit, and I mean, it's amazing. So I wanted to make just a short, sweet little video here and just show you it on drums and some guitars. So first, we're going to take a look at how it sounds on acoustic guitars and then electric guitars, and then we'll move on to some drums. So without further ado, here we go. Ooh. Alright, check this out. So that was with the EQ and Distressor. And here's just the Distressor. So, with the input and output, if you hold shift, it links them, and you know, it's not perfect, but you still got to go in and fine tune it a little, but hey, they tried to make it a little bit easier for us, and I mean, that's the least of my worries with how awesome this plugin sounds. So, one more time here. It just really opens it up. And that EQ's on, so. Whoa. Whoops. So now the attack, and here we'll go to full mix here so we can hear it. It's got a feature kind of built in here. I'm gonna do this so I can mess with it. So right now we're at 6:1. You can go through, and every one of the different ratios has a different knee attached to it. So every one of these is gonna sound different in how it hits the threshold. And this is a fixed threshold compressor. So with my awesome diagram here, you know, with a compressor that has a threshold knob or a gain reduction knob, you're going to bring down the threshold until it hits the audio. And then once it hits that, it'll decide only one of 3 units will, you know, remain, basically. But this one, we push the audio up into the threshold with the input, and then, you know, use your output knob to kind of level match again. So as you go higher with the input, you'll get more gain reduction because you're pushing it into the threshold. So we'll just take a look at that. And I mean, even there, a lot of compressors pushing it to 10 decibels of gain reduction on acoustic guitar. It's going to sound just, you know, it's going to sound like you squashed the life out of it. And that's not the case with this compressor, and that's why it's a win. Okay, so every one of these has a different knee, but also, if you notice on 10:1, it says opto. So if you hold shift, like you did with the, you know, input knob, okay, if you hold shift and hit that, it's going to switch the attack to the slowest attack, which is 10, and the release is going to go to the fastest release at 0, which means the compressor's doing, you know, as little as possible as far as it's not going to attack any of the transients, and it's not going to hold the compression too long. It's going to reset immediately. So you can see here, if I hold shift, boom, it goes past 10 and right at 0. So we'll just go to what we had before so you can see, but we'll go, you know, the further you get away from 10, of the slowest attack, the faster the attack is, the more of the transients you're going to kill. Come on. So you can tell some of that punch is kind of going away now. So it's a little louder than the original one, so we'll try to do a level match comparison. And also what I was doing before, the reason that I had the attack probably a little faster than I would, is I was doing a bit of parallel compression here. I had it at 75 so it, retained some of that punch. So if you're going to do it the other way, you can leave it at 100 and have the attack a little slower. But, I mean, I think that sounds amazing on the acoustic guitars. We'll check out the electrics quick, and then we'll move on to drums. I mean, it just really, to me, it opens them up. And, you can go through and see if you want to, add the harmonic distortion to it or not. Sounds good to me. All right. Check out the bass, I suppose. All right, so in hopes that Pro Tools will act right, I'm gonna just make some more channels inactive and try to free up some space. Sorry, I apologize again, but with running the video stuff too and the screen capture, it really bogs down my poor Mac Mini. I think I had the trimmer on because I was doing some pretty heavy EQing here. So and you can tell it makes that come alive a little bit too. I mean, with the acoustic guitars though, it really is just night and day. So we'll try to breeze through the drums here. I don't want to, take forever here. Let's see what we're at for time. Ooh, 10. Cutting her close. All right, we'll make it snappy. So, kick drum. Kick drum. This is insane. All right. Kick drum. And again, barely just touching it there. We're on the opto settings basically, even though we're not on 10-1. We got super slow attack, super fast release. So this is more for, color than anything else. Snare. And it's just magic on the snare and the acoustic guitars. Here's on hi-hats and tambourine. So this one, we got a bit of a faster attack here. But also, again, I'm using the mix knob, and that's on a lot of these. If the attack is faster, then to retain some of that punch, I'm going to pull back the mix knob a little bit. If the mix knob's at 100, I'll probably have a bit of a slower attack. It's a great plugin, though. Like I said, the knee switches with every one of these. Shift links those. If you hold shift and hit opto, it's gonna switch it to slowest attack, fastest release. I'm trying to think of any other goodies with this. It's a great plugin though, all around. Here, I wanted to show you this too on like hi-hats and snare drums and stuff like this. I have a de-esser set up. If I'm actually de-essing, I'm usually going to notch, but this just kind of keeps me in check with my high frequency adding tendencies on hi-hat, snares, vocals. A lot of times after I, do the print of the whole vocal mix, then I'll slap this on it just to kind of tame it. And then you can always, if 3's too much, you can reel it back. Maybe you don't need to have it at all, or, 0.5 or something, or maybe things are a little intense and you're going to be up in the 3 whatever range. Just because it's a de-esser doesn't mean it's only for vocals. It's essentially one band of your multi-band compressor, but it's not just a compressor. It's a compressor that you can hone in on one band of frequencies. So, again, like with a notch filter too, there's not a lot of S's back at 2000, so if you are having some harshness at 2500 or 3, there's no reason you can't use that as a tool to remove that. I just saw that there and wanted to mention that. But yeah, FG-Stress, great plugin again from Slate Digital. $15 a month, you get everything. And yep, I just wanted to do a little demo there and show you what it sounded like on some drums and guitars. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what videos you want to see. Pardon Pro Tools and its frequent stoppage, and also my nasally voice. I'm a bit under the weather. But yeah, till next time, guys,